Black Friday. Black Friday. Hi, Pete. Hi, Richard. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. My name is Anna
And
Heel.
I'm Fuljens Henry.
And you're watching Building Blocks, where we teach you how to create incredible production, amazing looking graphics using only Ecamm Live and other apps if you want to. But today we are going to be talking all about Black Friday, what Black Friday deals you have over there. You can write it in the comments. We're also going to talk about goals, right? And the goals that you have for yourself moving into the next year, and what will support those goals. So if it is upgrading your gear, if it is looking, for example, better on camera, what gear will get you there? If it is sounding better, what gear will get you there? If it is workflows, what apps will get you there? So feel free to share the apps that you use for your workflows and things like that, and see if those are the ones that we also use, and we will suggest some that you can use and see if there are any cyber deals going on today for you. So anyway, hello everyone. Hey Wayne.
What's up, Wayne?
Yeah, and we see a new user
Like
here.
the intro was bad like that. Thank you, Wayne. P.
Yeah, right? Do you know, Wayne, we actually went over that. We created that intro using automated scenes. So that is in Running Your Run Up Show Part 2.
Yes.
So we taught how we designed that whole thing.
Yes.
So yes, everyone. So let's talk about that, right? Before we get into it, if you want to talk about Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, you can go ahead and write it in the comments what you ate, how you woke up this morning, all those things. So I woke up pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I woke up pretty awesome.
Yeah. Upbeat as usual.
Yeah, right.
High spirits.
High spirits. You're good. You woke up well.
Prophetic worshiping warrior. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. Dr. Omar is here.
Dr. Omar, hola. Okay.
Oh, we're waiting for it to pop up in Ecamm, but we see you. We see you on the YouTube side. There you go.
Yes. So let's talk about your goals real quick. We our building blocks today is very low key. We're not going to be designing unless you have a question about a specific design and how to make something. We will be happy to cover that today for you. But because it's Black Friday and a lot of people wait for this to get deals and invest in their business or invest in their personal lives, we're going to be talking about that, right? So what do you want to do in 2020, 23, 24, right? Because we plan for 2 years ahead. So what do you want to do? What do you want your production to look like? What do you want your personal life to look like? Because they're both tied in and they both have to be in balance for you to be able to enjoy both of them, right? So I have a list here for you, as you know, right? I have a whole list. So this is what I have for you. These are the questions that I ask myself, and I'm asking you these questions. Where are you now in terms of your business, right? Do your business, do you want to do production? Do you want to increase the production? Are you a coach? Are you a speaker? And you want to increase production, create courses, things like that. Like, where are you now, right? Then where do you want to go from there? And then the other question is, what would it take to take you there? Right? So those are three questions that we need to have. And then once we have those questions and we answer them, the answer might not come right away, which is an indication that if we don't know where we're going, we cannot just be investing without knowing, right? Because that will be a waste of money. And we will not have the time. It will not be ready for it. We will get frustrated because, oh my gosh, we invested X amount of money into this and it's just sitting. We hear that all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sitting there. It doesn't do you any favor. It just doesn't work, right? It's just money sitting in a closet. So you need to find out first, where is it? Where is it that you want to go? You know, where you are now and where is it that you want to go? And then the resources that you need to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So a volunteer, right? A volunteer. Someone would say, where are you now? Hi, Tatiana. Where are you now? And where do you want to go? And then we will break it down like that for you. So, for example, for me, I have a huge goal. Personal goal. I own my own business, a photography business, and a video production company. So I have a huge goal for 2023, 2024. And I broke down every single category of how I'm going to get there, right? And it's scary, but it's exciting at the same time because I have a plan and I know that I will get there because I have this plan, right? And when it comes to personal, I have another plan as well because I will like my physical and mental. I'm gonna need to be on top of my game to be able to achieve that goal, which means that I need to be physically and mentally fit, right? So I have that personal goal as well. And then I have all of those, I break it down in categories. What am I going to need to get there, right? So one that I have for personal is like I wake up at 6:30 in the morning right now, but because of my new challenge, I need to wake up at 5:30 in the morning now. So it's like these are the little changes, these are the little things that I have to do to get there, and it will be worth it. It will be hard at first because you're changing, right? But it's exciting because the end result is gonna be so great. It's gonna be so great. So, do we have anyone sharing their goals?
No,
Let's see.
we're still waiting.
We're still waiting. Okay. So, what about you? Like, can you share one of your goals or for 2024?
Yeah, in terms of physical, I did really good this year. I definitely accomplished a lot of goals with in terms of weight loss and strength training. So I definitely want to improve with that next year. This I it's been I would say almost 20 years since I was able to do pull-ups and dips and forget running and stair climbing, all that stuff like that. So I didn't I've I've improved greatly in those areas, and I definitely want to do more of that next year. Like we have a reservation here in upstate where there's these steps that were carved by giants from the where years ages ago, right? Like these steps were made for giants. And I remember last year I was not able to like do like one round because like my glutes and everything, my hamstrings, everything would just fail on me and just turn to rubber and I can't complete it. Now I'm doing like 5, 6 flights of those, and I could do more had not like the winter months are kicking in now, right? But I can definitely do more of that, and like it just shows like my progress of that. So definitely that. In terms of like content creation, it's not so much for me gear and like studio and all that stuff, but now I want to fine tune my knowledge of video marketing. Video marketing 101, 201, 301, 401, 501, just all around video marketing. So improve my video marketing skills. So now I can take all my my crafts and and like put them to better use
Yeah.
through video marketing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great goal. And of course, for you, the gear is not going to be it because
Right.
you already have
Yeah.
your gear, right? But now the fine tuning that is, I can wait.
Yeah, for sure. But in terms of gear, what I now I'm starting to what I'm starting to feel is I'm on the Intel ecosystem, so I'm definitely gonna have to switch up the silicon now because Ecamm, it was just Ecamm is just like creating the perfect excuse to switch over. So I need at least one because I don't have any of that. Like I have like beefed up Intels, but now, like for example, this MacBook that I use dedicated for streaming, it's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear now. Just a little bit,
Starting to show and speak
Yeah.
loudly.
I mean, no, the
Speak
fan
loudly.
has always been there. Like the fan has always been there, but and it's also in terms of like features that we want to use or I want to use with the new 4.0 and the beta features like that. I
Yeah.
can't use them on the Intel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's great because we're gonna talk about the beta features that are coming on the Ecamm 4.0, which is on beta right now. Incredible. I see a comment from AG. He is saying that he wants to he wants to explore live shopping, and then he also wants to expand his video production offerings. So AG, how are you planning to doing that, right? So exploring video production offerings, like expanding them. What do you have right now? And why would you like to expand it? What is it that you found and you say, you know what? The ones that I have right now, I have a hang of them. I know them. So now I can add this new service because I have these other ones down pat, right? So is that where you're at right now?
And then who was it? So Anthony said just started a new media school within my home church. I want to raise up thousands of media entrepreneurs and YouTube stars.
Woohoo! All right, all
Oh,
right.
I got in trouble by Paul. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. Right. So that is great. That is great, prophetic. So a new media school, that is something that us, because we are in the non-for-profit world as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that we have been seeing lately. A lot of churches and a lot of community-based organizations want to offer that to the high schoolers and the generation coming up, because they're the ones who are gonna take us where they want to go and where the technology is going.
Yeah.
So, and then they have this minds where they just absorb things so quickly. So that is amazing. That is
Yeah.
great that you're into that. We would love to know how you're gonna do that. I mean, do you have already in your church? Do you have already a committee that is expanding and advertising and marketing for you? Like you talked about non-for-profit marketing and things like that, which you're getting into now, because there are different ways to do it for non-for-profits, right? So are you into that? Are you looking into that? Because those are the things where it's like, I have this goal and these are the things that I need to do. And I'm pretty sure you already have that, prophetic, but if you would like to share it, that would be awesome, because other people here might be on the same wavelengths as you are.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I saw somebody else from
Okay, so P, I want to be crushing live shopping. Yeah, live shopping is going to be a big thing.
It already is.
Even bigger
Yeah.
thing next year.
And now that Instagram opened their API, it's gonna be even bigger, because now Instagram has like their shopping thing. You can schedule your live streams in there. You can go looking lit because you're gonna be using all of your equipment, and then you can integrate both of them there, right? You can have links that are going to be interactive for you, so that you can go on and do your shopping. So that's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are not familiar, there's Stephanie Lou has a lot of content around live shopping. So you can look her up and search up where live shopping is going.
Right. And Tatiana, I did my first live interview this week. Yes, it
Yes,
was
you
great.
did. It was great.
Congratulations. It was
Yes,
awesome. Loved it.
yes.
I plan to go live weekly, foster an engaged audience, and build a platform. Want to go create communication courses and teach what college should have taught.
Oh, okay, Tatiana. You know what? I mean, I'm telling you, the all of the skills and all of these um resources available to us now and the ways that we can teach is incredible. These are things that it was only a dream, right? A couple, like, I want to say 3 years ago, pre-pandemic, it was like, okay, how do we do this? How do we do that? And then we found Ecamm Live, right? All of us have that in common, unless there's some of you here who do not have Ecamm Live yet. But Ecamm Live just changes everything and the way we see things and what we can offer. And the more you explore, like the more you go into the rabbit hole, the more you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many great things. And all the resources available in Ecamm Live would definitely help you with all of that. And Tatiana, you have done all of that. We have seen you in almost every course, every masterclass, and then
Yeah.
definitely no wonder why your first live stream went so well.
Yeah.
So congratulations about that.
Yeah. All right. And Tatiana wants a new Mac and a Stream Deck.
Yeah,
Yes.
to use the new features. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah. And then, okay, so I opened up a can of worms. So come on, Fuljens, time to join Apple Silicon team. Pete, I also need to upgrade my Intel Mac. Yes. Intel can't talk to Fuljens anymore. See, I got in trouble with Paul. Yes.
Yeah, but he had a whole bunch of Macs and stuff. Like, I just got my one.
That's my thing. Like, my whole ecosystem has been all like Intel's, like the 2020, and then like they're all pretty beefed up. So it's been a good run. But now at least, I don't know, like yeah, because I have 2 of the Intel MacBooks, and then I also have the Mac Mini, right? And that's pretty beefed up. But that Mac Mini might go, and then probably like upgrade to a Mac Studio.
Yeah, I mean, depending on all your goals, like, right? Depending, because for you, definitely makes sense to get because of what you do.
Yeah.
But there are some of you now that you might not like the Ecamm and the features that require you to get that. You might not need to just upgrade right away, right? Because you might just be starting. So don't go on like, oh my gosh, I need an M1 right now, I need an M2. You can still live stream and create amazing pre-recorded content and things like that. Just know what it is that you want to do so that you know if you need that feature, right? So you can still be able to interview up to 4 people.
Up to 4 guests.
Up to 4 guests. You will still have that with the system that you have, right? You will still be able to, for example, that would be, you would know the multi-streaming.
Oh, multi-streaming. Yeah, you don't need Silicon for that. It's when you're multi-streaming, and of course when you're bringing it up to 10 guests, or anything beyond the 4 guests, you need the Silicon. Yes.
There we go. So you can still multi-stream. So those are the 2 features, like interview mode and multi-streaming, that you can do from your regular. You don't need to update, right? So
it's Intel friendly.
So you don't need to go on, for that. One thing, speaking of when you need it, right? It's like, hopefully it's not something that is gonna happen to you before. Here's what I'm going at. So we have some issues with power and things like that. I never thought about, like, I have my surge protector and I have my computer. So I thought that I was like, you know what? Good. I have my surge protector. It's beefy. But the power goes out, the power went out, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to invest into an APC system, which is what Paul suggested, and I'm looking into one right now that is going to cover that PC, Fuljens' PC, and other things that we have, right? So it's like, when you need it, then you go for it, but you don't go buying it before you know you need it, right?
Dr. Omar, working on workshops and classes to teach about entrepreneurship, as well as launching a podcast to teach Python programming.
Ooh, Python programming. Yes, that is awesome. So what do you have for that? What will you be able to, like, what platform are you going to use, Dr. Omar, for that? Like, is it going to be on demand? So are you using a software sort of like Uscreen or something like that? Or are you using another app that will allow you to do all of these things? What are you going to be using? Yeah, P. Stephanie's great. Yeah, she will. If you are interested in live streaming, you need to know Stephanie Lou, and she
Hola,
has.
Victor.
Yeah, she has. You go to her website. She has a lot of great information about that in videos, and she also has it on Ecamm as well.
Yes, the Showrunner series, part 1 and part 2, both available on the Ecamm Live YouTube channel.
Yes. Yeah.
AG, for me, more like getting gear that I can scale productions and be able to handle multiple outputs for live events, as an example.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is where like the silicon definitely, because like now for us, our productions are definitely going to require.
Yeah. At least we have an M1 right now. So we're
we're
good.
good.
Yeah.
And I switched from OBS on PC and bought Max just to use EK. Yep.
We
Same-
hear a
same.
lot of we hear a lot of people with that because it's worth it. The things that you could do, and one of the things also is, I don't know if you guys follow the community and the posts and stuff, but the marketing team at Ecamm and the developers, they are so intertwined with the community and everything that we need to create great productions, and the feature requests that you can request on the Ecamm Live Facebook beta group. You can request feature suggestions, and they read it, right? They go through it, even if sometimes they might not reply. That makes it to the list.
Yep.
So everything that you add to that, they create a list, and then depending on how many people ask for it, then it goes up on the list. Right, so it's incredible software. It's an incredible community. Is that's why people switch, for and all of that.
Yep. Let me see. Yes, walk into the M Light. Yep. It's gonna happen. It's happening. And then Victor, Fuljens, I put my M1 mini base against here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna beef up any silicon. I'm just gonna get a basic silicon, and I think I'll be good to go. Thanks, Paul. I made a bunch of mistakes, but I'll get better with practice. Overall, it was awesome.
That is great. And also one thing that is, I want to say, all of your ideas, all of your goals, all of those great things, they're amazing. Putting it down on paper, writing it down on your notes, however it is that you need to write them down to keep track of them. But let me tell you, please do not underestimate the power of hiring a coach. I mean, consider that. That should be in your budget. However you can make it, even if you have to stretch your budget a little bit more to be able to complete that goal and get you the boost that you need for it, you just consider it. Really, I would say even before buying equipment, you should have a coach. So that because they will help you organize your thoughts, your ideas, where you're going with it, and give you a roadmap for you to follow it. So after that, it will be up to you. And then you will be like, okay, yeah, I need this, I need that, and I need all of this, and then go from there. Because coaches are worth it. They're so worth it. And we have tons of them in the community. I mean, we are coaches. We have Doc, we have Stephanie, we have Sally, we have Kirk, we have Alec, and we have tons of great coaches. Tons of great coaches in the community. So you just have to find the one that you resonate with, which is very important, and then go ahead and explore their options.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also in the Ecamm Live community, the Ecamm Live Facebook group, there's also a section where you can pick mentors, right? So the mentors is a good way to see who's there, who's available, in addition to getting to know them and seeing if they'll be a good fit for coaching or ongoing mentorship.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because there's so many great things that you can have. If it's you, for example, prophetic worship warrior, you worshiping warrior, you can.
Anthony.
Okay, so I have Anthony. Okay, thank you, Anthony. Okay, so Anthony's like, okay, I want to do this, and you have your team. Maybe your team needs to have someone who is going to teach them one group, whatever, how to do the production for you, so that you can not be the one all the time, unless you want to be that person all the time, and then do remote production where they could be at one location and you can be at another, and then that can be expanding offerings.
Yeah.
Your offerings.
My approach is to first support the vision of the church, but then go beyond that and into the community. I am apostolic and prophetic at the core. My bias to church, including myself, will evaluate. Yes.
Good. Yep.
Victor, be careful with battery backups if you don't know already. This was made for short-term power to allow time to turn off devices properly.
Yep, exactly. That's all I wanted for it. That's all I wanted for. Something happens, pick it up, and then I can shut down. Because I'm telling you, when that power went out and my computer, my camera just shut off, the camera just went, I'm like, oh my gosh, please. So then I went to check the camera. The camera's like, don't touch me. I don't know what you're saying right now. And I'm like, listen, baby girl, listen, let's talk right now, please. I had a conversation with her, and Fuljens just looking at me, and I'm like, no, you and I right here. And it was scary, right? I don't want to go through that moment again. I really don't. So I just get that power to give me time to shut it off, all of that stuff, and then her and I would be good. Like, we had a conversation, I'm telling you.
I know it's the day after Thanksgiving, but never too late to express gratitude. And I'm thankful for you, Anna and Fuljens, and the eCam community because I have felt supported and have been acquired so many skills.
Oh, you're so welcome, and we're thankful for you. We're thankful for you because you're an example, right? You have followed everything. We have seen everything that you have done, and you support the community and all of that. So we love having you in the community as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Ballad
vibes. Hello.
Happy day after Thanksgiving. Thanks for sharing. After all that food, yes.
We have food. We ate. But like I didn't eat overly because I knew I needed to wake up and I needed to have energy. So I didn't have like all the things I could have had. But today I might just have all the things because we have leftovers. Leftovers are great.
Paul is part of Doc Rock's Drop Squad. The monthly one-to-ones with him have really helped.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
By all means.
Those are the things, that you check, you brainstorm with others and see what they think. And, Doc obviously has a plethora of knowledge, right? So he will be able to guide you to where you want to go. If that's your style, there are other styles and things like that. And that is, I would just say over and over again, because one, I've been there. I chose a coach and I invested in this coach, and it wasn't in my industry. So he wasn't versed enough to let me know what the things, right? He was amazing at creating courses, but I didn't want to create a course, right? So that was the thing. So you need to make sure that the coach that you choose, one, the personality matches, because you will be talking to them all the time. Right. And also that the way they teach is the way you learn. Right. So you got to make sure that. And the only way that you will know this is not by seeing them online and things like that, but by actually having a private call where you will have your goals already written down. Because us coaches, we like to know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going, at least you have an idea. Okay, I would like to elevate my production and I would like to create a course, or I want to create my price list, right? Create my price list is a very, very important thing. And then we know where you want to go. We know you have an idea. You have a drive. And then you have to have the time. Because sometimes we get, at least when I get students who want to go somewhere, but then afterwards they don't put in the work and they don't do all the stuff. To me, it's like, okay, I could take your money all you want, but I want to see you succeed. So when you're ready to invest your time on this, because you are over here, so after I give you something to follow up on, the next meeting I do want to see it. So if I'm not seeing it, then you're not into it, right? So it's that I want to see you go places. So that's the thing. Make sure that when you sign up for a coach, you have the time to spend in there and commit. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the information. I was not aware of the mentors. Yes, definitely check out that list, AJ. I'm glad you came across it. I've mentored quite a few people, and it could be something as simple as, hey, I need help with this one thing. I'm going through hell trying to take care of this one thing in eCam or audio or something like that.
Yeah.
Boom, problem solved, right? Or it could be something that's ongoing. So like once the problem is solved, now, okay, how about now I need graphics on my show. I need to learn
Right.
about interview mode. So, you can create an ongoing relationship with your mentor. So that
Exactly.
resource is available for you inside of the Ecamm Live community Facebook group.
Yeah. Yeah, I have gotten calls that are emergency calls. Like, I have a
Mm-hmm.
show tomorrow and now my audio doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. First thing first, right? It's going to work out. Let's do this, and then we go on and take it from there.
Yeah.
But things like that, just
Yeah.
go to the list, through
Some
the
some
list.
some simple things.
Yeah.
Dr.
DJ right on beat.
What's going on, DJ? Good to see you here. Hello, Parker Jennings. Good to see you here.
Hello.
Dr. Omar, Ecamm for the free teaching, Zoom for the paid classes. I can build my own platform, but maybe Kajabi or other platforms for the course building.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So those things, and those are all in steps, right? As they come in. But these are great. These are great goals, and these are the things that once you know your list, and once you have your categories of this is what I want to do, this is what I need, it will be easier for you to then, because at that point it's just a checklist, right? So you just checking, okay, let me get this, let me get that, I got this. Now once you get that, for example, you're talking about a customer relationship management, a CRM, and you're like, okay, now I got this, now I have to learn this, right? So you have to you have to remember that you get an app, now you have to have the time to learn that app. So for example, you get Kajabi, you gotta have the time. So you gotta, when you're making those plans and you're saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get Kajabi, make sure that you have the time.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have the instructors, for example, right? So there are many instructors in our community that know Kajabi. One of them being Adrian. The other one is, I believe, Alec knows those Kajabi as well. Does Alec those Kajabi, or you
Alec knows everything.
but I think it was, I don't know what it was, but it's one of them, right? Either Uscreen or Kajabi. And then you gotta have the time, because you're invested now, and then you have the time to work into it and all of that great stuff. So that is what's important, having that list.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul will probably know what it is. And then speaking of Paul, right? We have a post in the community where you can, if you have something that you're offering, add your link in there. But Paul has his course there as well, his series where he teaches you about having moderators, right? And training them. For example, Anthony, for that, when you're ready for that, you're going to need moderators, especially with teenagers, and the way, depending on how you are going to implement this, whether it's going to be on site or they're going to be having you mentioned YouTube and all the things like that. So there's a list, especially for young, the young kids, there's a list, a blacklist that you need to follow and all these things. So then Paul's course might be something that you might write down for when you are there, then you have your resources already there.
So Paul says Alec is going to be introducing a Kajabi masterclass soon.
Okay.
Adrian also has a Kajabi Academy.
Okay, so they both do Kajabi. So they're course Kajabi's a course like for on demand and all those great things, right? So that's pretty good. Okay, so what is there any app? Is there any apps that you guys use? Where are the apps that you're using right now to create graphics, right? Besides Ecamm Live, to create graphics or to create videos. If you are pre-recording and then later you are adding things, what are the apps you use? For us, I use Final Cut Pro for editing, which we're going to have someone on ENN who is going to talk about that. And I also use Envato Elements. I use Envato Elements for graphics and like call to actions and things like that. And I incorporate it with Ecamm. You do that as well for your production stuff.
Yes.
And what other app? Well, Canva, of course, right? We have Canva. Epidemic Sound. And Epidemic Sound has a great sale right now, so you got to check it out. And yeah, those are the main apps that we use. Did I miss anything? Well, I mean, we have Notes and Keynote, but outside of the Apple ecosystem, we use those.
Yeah. And I definitely want to use more of Genially this year, because Genially took me by surprise, and I love it, and I love all the interactivity that you can create in there, and I love how it stands out from Canva, right? Because like at first you see like, okay, all right, you at first glance you probably make that assumption like, okay, this is something like I can do in Canva, but no, right? So I'm not gonna go
But such
to
as.
creating a thumbnail, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna go to Genially to create a thumbnail, right? I would go to Genially to create a infographic that is interactive, where you know, let's say it's a thumb, like we're here, right? And you can actually click on my "you're on mute" thing, like it's like an animation where you can click on the "you're on mute" and it'll take you directly to the Ecamm store, or a video will play right there, and just all these interactive elements. And
Can you show it?
I
You don't want to show because it's show and tell, but it is
I
genuinely
don't want to
is
go through,
actually.
of course, here and do a whole Genially demo.
No,
But
you're not. But that is pretty cool because especially if we are doing all of everything now is interactive, right? And the more if we can click, because it's buttons, right? We like clicking buttons. So if we're on a screen and we can click something, it's going to be more appealing to us than just looking at a plain
let me see if I
graphic.
can find the inspiration community.
But yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so we have Uno overlays. Yes, Uno overlays
Uno
are
overlays.
great. Hello, David. Okay, so Victor uses Ecamm. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just
'cause
moved your mouse.
You assigned me to a mission here,
I'm
and
sorry.
then like, okay,
Go ahead. Okay, yes, Anthony Canva is the most. I agree with you. Uno, okay. Ecamm for editing combined with Final Cut. Yes. We have. Okay, Peter, we will get to your question. Can we quickly favor that? Yeah. Okay. All right. So go to your thing. I will stay on topic.
let me see if I could find something.
So we covered Genially. We had a
look up
whole
timeline.
presentation actually with one of the Genially team members, and they cover everything that could be done, and they are very affordable for the things that it could do. The app does. So, and it's something that is different. It's something that, for example, just like Fuljens mentioned, okay, we a lot of us use Canva, so we can use Genially for something different than we use Canva, and it will look different because we're all in the same circle. So we all always see kind of like similarities in designs because of it. So using something additional, different to supplement that might be good.
All right, so I found a couple here. So let's go over here. Michael Jackson timeline. Let's just click on that just because this is Michael Jackson, right? So
We haven't seen Michael Jackson in a minute.
or anything Michael Jackson related, right? So this is right. So this is a timeline, right? So 1971, and this is vertical, so this is pretty cool too. So this will look good on the phone, right? So goes over to Jackson 5, then it's like a mini microsite, right? So I think this is pretty cool. And
That
then
is
the
pretty
animations,
cool.
and also it gets even more immersive because when you click here, show interactive elements, it's not just the timeline here. Now you have, right? So a photo file could pop up here, or a video could play right here inside of the presentation itself. So I love that. And then if you go here, right? So timeline history of cars. Check this out. Right? So, cool animations. I haven't seen, something like that in a presentation before. Let's see here. Look at that, right?
Yeah,
So
that is pretty
the
cool.
first hybrid car appeared in Japan, 1997, yada, yada. So let's click on 2013. So that's cool, right? It's something different.
Yeah.
It's something different.
Yeah, definitely. And
right.
but I really like the Michael Jackson timeline and the way it shows, and that is vertical.
Right.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that really got me hooked up is like all these different types of games that you can create here, right? So it's just so much. Like there was this cool RPG where the character is like walking around and
Let's go to Game Over.
where's Game Over?
Down.
This one, oh, okay, like like Space Invaders type of thing, right?
Does it come with the music?
Some of them do. This is the inspiration. So right now I'm not hearing anything, but some of them do come with have music already there, and you could add your own also. So I think that's pretty
And
cool.
you can interact with little airplane or whatever.
Let's see what's interactive here. So this here is supposed to be shooting, but I don't know. But there is one here where there's one with the spaceship and it moves around and you could shoot stuff, and like basically it's like you have to pick the correct answer and you keep progressing, right?
Let's click on the Lego quiz.
Lego
please.
quiz.
Yeah.
And some of these inspirations, some of these templates, they're well mapped out for you, so you can just go through them and see if you like them, right?
Okay.
And then some of them, you might have to like play around with it. Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
look, oh,
picking the
that's
correct
cool.
answer.
Okay.
Yeah, just stuff like that. Like it's different.
Yeah.
It is definitely different, and I love the level interactivity.
Yeah.
And there's so much you can choose from here.
This is pretty cool for educational.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. Genie is big in the education sector. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so that I mean that is great. That's all, another app now that you can, well, not now, we covered it extensively on one of our shows in it's both on Anna and Fuljens YouTube channel as well as in Ecamm, and you can find it either places, and
Yeah.
then you can see all of them. We
And
actually had a promo for it.
yeah, we do have a promo code promo code Anna and Fulgence for 30% off. However, right now, Genie has a 50% off Black Friday deal. So that is pretty awesome, right? So there's the prices here. Those are actually the markdown prices. Those 50% off. So right now, the master plan is as little as $10 a month, and so everything you could play with Genie, access all the features for free. But then to be able to like use like your use the presentations without watermarks, to be able to share the presentations, to be able to get your analytics, you will definitely need that's where you use the master plan for. Yeah.
So those are great. Those are great things. Those are the apps that get you going, right? The apps. So I like it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So yeah. So let's see what we missed. Okay, right there. So we're gonna go to Peter.
Yes.
Okay. Listen to you like, let me clear my throat.
Hey, it's a longer cue code. Heard you speaking about remote production. I would love to use Ecamm to be a remote producer behind the scenes. Who does this training in Ecamm? Fam, any tips of working with presenters and their tech? We do it.
Yeah, we definitely do it. There are other members in the community that also do it. I want to say most of the mentors in that list can help you with remote production, because actually, Peter, remote production, yeah, there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind, but basically it's just you bringing the guest in, for example, or bringing a production in or sending the production somewhere. So it's, if you already know Ecamm, you already know how to remote produce. There are just a couple of things that you need to keep in mind before actually doing it, and it's all about practice and things like that. But to answer your question, we do it, and also the
mentor guide.
the mentor guide also has it there.
Hello, David. An option to highlight the cursor in Ecamm would be a great feature for screen share. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I use the Pro Mouse, but sometimes Pro Mouse can be very pro mousey. but that's a cool feature.
Yeah, it is a cool feature, and we have to cover before we end the features that are in 3.0 beta, which is beta 16.
4.0.
It's 4.0. Yeah, I'm sorry. 4.0 is incredible. That just reminded me of David. Just reminded me of the screen share interaction, which is amazing.
Streaming software is surprisingly more efficient if robust enough, like Ecamm Live 4.0 and beyond. Thank you, Paul, for sharing the Black Friday links for Genially. And
What's up?
Honest Recruiter saying hello.
The Honest Recruiter. Hello.
David, is there a way to see the comment pop-ups before you go live? And how do you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you
Let's
do?
demo that. Oh, actually, we can't.
The way you see the comment pop up before you go live into a test is to do a test stream on your own, right? You can test stream to a private page or to a group, a community that allows you to do that, and you can test the comments there. Like, it's good to do that because this way you can actually brand them, right? So how sometimes you could do it live too, but that's how if we really want to, for example, if we have a production going on, we're going to want to make sure like the comments appear the way we want them to appear. So we're going to do a private stream, a private test stream, and then you can go on that stream yourself and test the comments there. and then when they appear in Ecamm, you can manipulate them from there. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, because otherwise you have to wait till you're live, because you need to be live in order to adjust your comments.
Yeah, sometimes we have saved the comments, but it's like to work with them.
Yeah.
But it's just to work with them and see how they're going to be placed and things like that. But we try changing it. We try customizing them. And as soon as we go live, it defaults back to the last one.
Yeah. So you need to be live in order to, like, reassure that your comments are set the way you want them to be.
So I think it's a two-part question. How do people deal with comments in meeting, Teams, Google?
So the comments for Ecamm, if you're referring to Ecamm comments, they all are for YouTube. YouTube has comments. Facebook, I believe Twitch comments come in, or they come in through Restream. But for Teams and Google and stuff like that, you're using your virtual camera in Ecamm. But if somebody sends you a comment there, you're going to be using the built-in chat. The built-in chat function in a Zoom, or built-in chat function in Teams and Google. So that's not going to transfer over to the Ecamm comment. So hopefully that answers your question.
Or you do a screen share if the comment, actually no, because Google, you can do a screen share on the Google comments or on them and bring them in and just have them there on the screen with you.
Right. If you want them to be on the screen itself,
right,
use your screen share overlay for that. Yes.
Which is going to be great, because in 4.0, you can interact with them. Yes, because if it's coming from Google, it's a web. Yes.
I'm not too sure.
Because it's a web.
I think so. I think you can. Yeah, like if it's coming from the browser.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be able to click and then enlarge them or do whatever. Yeah. I'm not familiar with Google meetings and things like that to bring them in, but I would assume so. Yeah. Great question, David.
Tatiana, have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, Tatiana. Okay, we have another question from the Honest Recruiter.
Can I attach music from my Stream Deck to a scene? Right now, I can only do a built-in Ecamm reaction. Attach music from my Stream Deck. So no, like from your Stream Deck, if, for example, I'm looking at our Stream Deck now, and if we have a sound effect there or a song there, we can play it. Right, but you can't attach it to the scene. So you would have to take it from the sound effects panel, right? So if you have songs here, we can take that and just drag and drop. So that's how you attach music to your scene.
And to the Stream Deck, it will be the same thing. So in the Stream Deck, there's a code that says play music or play sound, and you just assigned that sound to it, so we can show it to you.
I can show you right now.
We're not on demo.
No, hold on, just setting it up first.
Oh, set it up, cuz.
Set it up. Where is it here? So on the Ecamm, play sound, right? So let's go back here into demo mode. So here in your Stream Deck, you have play sound. So we take that, and then we bring it over here. So now we could basically select so basically it's going to pull up your sound effects panel, and you pick which song you want. Where's Dynamite?
If it was on mine, I can find it very easily.
It's the same list that got transferred over from the profiles.
No, but I would have moved it. I would have moved it to today's thing.
That's not what I wanted. So let's go to Dynamite. And then now we could just rename that, right? Rename that Dynamite. Listen.
Hey.
Dynamite. Boom. There it is. After several tries, it works. So now we're going to press that button. All right.
Bobby head. So hopefully that answered your question.
Yes.
Oh, Stream Deck is so great. And I wonder if Stream Deck has a sale today. I mean, Black Friday, they have to have a sale.
Elgato,
Elgato, yeah. Elgato has sales. Shure has sales for their mics. I mean, they're on that list that Paul added to the comments. You have that there.
I'm looking for it to autoplay as part of my intro. So yes, so you have to attach it to your scene just the way that we showed it to you, right? So if we go here and we go, I'm a dynamite, right? So now let's go back to screen share. It's not playing, but the moment we go back to comments,
For you, AG.
right?
And you can also assign the same thing. You can also assign sound effects to them. So if you have the sound effects that are already default inside of Ecamm, you go ahead and use those. But if you need a new sound effect, then that's where you go to an external library. It could be YouTube free copyrighted sound effects, or you can go to Envato and get those sound effects from there, or any other app that you could use that is okay for you to use it, right?
Yeah.
So that you don't get strict.
So that's and we do the same thing. We have intros here. So like we have the Building Blocks intro. There's a song attached to that, and you set it and forget it. So that's how you do that. Anna with the new snap finger dance.
That's
yes.
what I was thinking.
Snap
For you,
finger
AG.
dance.
For you, AG.
Yes, and then you can also do advanced settings and do multi-action for the Stream Deck as well. So David says, thank you. That makes sense. And yes, I haven't thought about the interactive web pages. Nice idea. We're gonna show you the interactive widget coolness that Ecamm has.
For real. Wait till you see this, David.
Richard, enjoy your weekend.
Bye, Richard. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving weekend again for you.
What major disadvantage do you see by remaining only in the Apple ecosystem besides having to spend more money?
Hello, Anthony.
I don't have any disadvantages
I don't know
remaining
about
in the
this.
Apple. We're Apple biased here.
Yeah, Anthony. But if you have any, hey, share them, because it's good to know both sides. But I don't know. And one of the things that I'm really, really enjoying, that I just love it. I gotta tell you, I probably did it by accident, or it just came standard because I haven't updated my iOS yet. Like I haven't updated my iOS, so I haven't updated my my iPhone, right? So I can copy something from the website, from any website, and then I can paste it on my phone. I get that.
Right.
I'm like, yo, it was by accident, as usual things happen. And I'm like, okay, copy this, paste it. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I've been doubling on that. Okay. That is great. So that is an advantage. Yeah. Sorry to say, I can't find a disadvantage yet.
Right. And now Anthony's also, so that was a trick question. So, we answered it well.
No, but like for real, like okay, let's share. What cool trick have you found? Like the one that I found, right? That you can just love, and you cannot live. I mean, you cannot live without after you found them. Do you have one?
For
Apple, like that, I found the base and cut and paste.
Listen, I'm just in the ecosystem, like a basic across all devices. Period. Right. Yeah. So that's everything. So from the phone to the iPad, with universal control. Like,
but it just happened to me. Like I've been doing that.
I use a PC for just like work purposes because the organization was built that way. It's built on a PC platform, right? And then some people transition over to Mac, but everything exists on PC, and it's only for that, right? But when I switch back to PC, and I'm like, I have to do work there, I'm like, it's like,
right. I didn't
especially
know.
if you're doing it remotely and doing it remotely from the Mac, you just see the difference. I don't know. It's like once you go to Mac, you can't go back. Once you go Mac, you don't go back.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So okay. Oh, for Paul. All right. Here we go. What do we have?
What's the Victor saying here? Not only in the Apple ecosystem, I use PC as well, and I'll even bring my Windows. Exactly.
That's awesome.
It's the Mac will always take precedence.
I mean, like that in like the text to image to text. Oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, I see this. Even from our own things, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have it written here. So because I write a lot of my stuff on paper, so then I just like did it, and I took a picture on paper And
Oh
it
yeah.
almost
It's-
worked. It almost worked. It was too messy, but I bet because it wasn't script for me.
Yeah.
But I bet if I would have written it uh, non-cursive,
Yeah.
it would have probably picked it up.
I'm
The
pretty
AI
sure
is being
PC has
crazy.
some cool features, but I don't even care to know.
I mean, it's good to know both ends of the things, but once you're in the Apple ecosystem, there's no reason to go to PC because at that point you have everything.
And then in 2020, right? So I had my options on the table. It was either, continuing work on PC and doing productions using vMix, and I was like, okay, all right, I could learn this, right? But then I was just introduced to Ecamm, and then it's like Ecamm actually like pushed me to just go all in on the Mac ecosystem, right? And
And then you feel all bougie too.
it does
Yeah,
create the
not
boot-
you, like
you're
all
right.
of us, all of us who
I don't
get
know if it
apples afterwards.
I don't know. That could be the word for it, but I don't know.
Bougie or
After
excited.
Ecamm was like made me go all in on the Apple
Right.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
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 And like my my PC has just been collecting dust.
Imagine the
and
things that you will
storage.
find back in there if you go back and dig
Oh
in.
man, I don't even want to turn it on. It's probably gonna take a day and a half to turn on and reboot and all these things like that. And that's what I don't. That's what I don't like about them, because like even when you're buying budget PCs just to get day-to-day work done, after a while it just starts to wear and tear right away. I don't understand that. Like look how long I had this Mac, right? This MacBook, since 2020. And I'm telling you now, it's just starting to show little signs of wear and tear. But even the wear and tear, I'm talking about like a little beach ball, right? I'm not talking about like, oh, it's taking long to boot up and all this and like that. It's still going, right? And it has plenty of mileage left on there. Yeah, Apple just works. Period. Yes.
Done, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the conversation I believe that you guys are having about downloading. Yeah, but like vibes, I do now. I wait, and I wait. And I waited, and then I wait again, and then I hear Fuljens complaining about it, and I'm like, oh, still not time, and then it's still not time. Then afterwards, the one thing that is awesome, right, about Ecamm is that you can have a beta version going on separately than the standard version. So you can have it, separately and do your testing and all your beta testing on that one, and then the other one you have it for if you want to, because also you can go live on the beta. But for me, I would not recommend. Right? If you have a production and all these things, remember that's still in beta, even though it's good, right? So that's what, for me, that is my thing.
Q colon from David. Is there an easy way to resize an image or camera linked overlay on the? No, you have to resize them. That is on the top of the feature request list to be able to like group things and resize them together
Okay.
all at once. But right now you have to do them manually. Even if they're linked, they won't resize together in a group. So you have to do them one by one.
Yeah, that is on the list though. Like they have been working on that, but yeah, not yet. When that happens though.
Equip Institute, hello.
Hello.
Good to see you here.
Good to see you here. Okay, so
And yeah, Victor has Macs from 2010 that are doing just fine.
I mean, for real, if you use them for a specific thing, right? That's that. I don't know why that just reminded me of one investment that I'm making besides the APC system. I'm buying so many external hard drives. I was going to invest in a solution, but then I travel so much, and then we travel a lot. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have one large one that said one like 15, 16 terabytes, and then I'll have additional ones. And I have it color coded by company. So I have my branding for my photography business, one for the production business, and one for customers. Like I have them all like that, and one for family too. Have them all nicely, and they're so small. They're so small. It's like, okay, how I'm stacked up. I got a case for all of them too. I did that while you were sleeping.
I want to show some Amazon stuff, but Equipment Institute says, I've learned a ton watching you both. Started live streaming in October.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Yes.
What is your live stream about, Equipped
Yes.
Institute?
I love taking the leading edge on all the new possibilities, ballad vibes, Anthony, settled. We are Apple because we are quality. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, that's it.
Victor says if you take care of your gear, yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
for
It'll
sure.
just keep on
Just
going.
like a car.
I can't speak for the PCs, but for Mac, if you take care of Mac, it'll keep going. Right. So, did you get any of these?
I didn't get any of that. I got the because I got 5. I got 5 terabytes, and I actually didn't get it from Amazon. I got it from BH.
Oh, nice. Actually, B&H, I believe the prices are the same right here for the SanDisk SSDs.
Yeah.
Right, and that is a really good deal. I mean, every Black Friday or every Cyber Week or whatever,
Yeah.
these things go on sale for that. So these
Yeah.
are really good. And I know Doc highly recommends this version as well.
Yeah.
So
I got a 16 desk on the desk.
nice, yeah.
16 terabytes. Oh, I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna have that there. I mean, it's yeah. That's awesome. And then I can just carry on with the other ones whenever we travel.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Going to get my students to watch this video. Awesome.
Aw, thank you, Anthony. Okay.
Paul, just keep in mind, streaming is the most processor-intensive program you will run on your computer.
That is right.
Yep.
That is definitely right. You know what will be cool, and this is something that I'm like,
Samsung T7 drives are also good.
okay, let's look it up.
What were you saying?
I forgot. Oh, okay, Victor. I'll look into that. The thing is, like, I like to have things in my hand. Like, I like to have things in the hand. But that is a great idea because then you can access it from everywhere. So you're looking for the
Samsung
Oh,
T7.
look at they look cute.
They look cute.
They look cute. They look like a mat. They look like a wallet. How big are they?
Let's see here.
Look at
Yeah, those
They
things
look
are
like a little
super
wallet.
super tiny.
Aw, so cute. I will lose them.
That actually looks really nice. I like this one. This beige tan looking one.
Look at
2.3 inches.
That is a business card almost.
Yeah,
Size.
2.3 by 3.5.
Yeah, that's the high school senior portrait. Well, they're pretty awesome. Thank you, Paul.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so what about let's see, make sure that we don't miss anything. But what about apps, right? Because we talk about when we asked that question that what apps you guys use. Did we talk about that? Because there are a lot of apps on sale now.
We did because we covered. That's when we went over Genially.
Yeah, but I want to know what they're using.
There was we were talking about Canva. It was mostly Canva talk I saw here. Yep, and rightfully so.
Yeah, Canva's great, but in terms of workflow and things like that, because you have to, for example, what are you using to organize your email addresses if you are collecting email addresses for your business in terms of lead magnets or things like that. If you're a coach and you're sending what your courses are going to be about and when your live stream is going to be next so that you can get your viewers to come and view. Do you have any of those apps? Like what do you use? Do you have Calendly? Do you have like things like that? Things that are, because they're on sale right now. There's a Black Friday sale. So there are a lot that you can get for 50% off. Some have even 70% off. So think about all the things that you will need because you can give it a try. And if it's not something for you, then you didn't invest, like it wasn't full price.
Mm-hmm. All right. And in the meantime, we said that we're going to
real quick, it's already
showcase
we over here like Black Friday.
The plate in window feature with
hey, wait. The merch store has 50% off eCam, right? 50% off all the stuff. They have some new gear in there, and there is coffee. E&N coffee, and this coffee is so nice and smooth and delicious. And it will give you a little bit of energy, almost as high as mine. If you don't drink like coffee, you probably get it higher.
You know what? So that will be, hold on. So we're going to copy and paste. I'm copying and paste merch.ecam.com. Command C. And we're going to go back into Ecamm over here and go into demo mode. So you see, right, this is the screen share, right? We can't, of course, manipulate our website over screen share. We got to go over to our window where the screen share is taking place and go over here, right? So we have a blank scene. We have a blank scene and we're going to create a widget, new widget. And this will be, call this merch store. Ecamm.com/beta coming up. Merch.ecamm.com. We have that there. We add widget overlay. Right? So you have this website here. But now, if you check.
Enlarge it.
Yeah, we're going to enlarge it.
Hey.
So right here, there's this toggle right here. And this is going to allow you to play in window. So let's zoom out. And then we can make this full screen. And then we're going to toggle this little plain window thing here. Boom. Check this out. Bye-bye screen share. At least for like, certain web pages and stuff like that. This is so cool. It's like now we're on the Ecamm side.
Right? And you don't have to go to the second monitor. You can stay straight into it. And look at this. So that Ecamm, wait, is that suede?
It's not suede. It's not suede.
Oh, it looks like suede.
Let's see what the description is. It is cotton, ring spun cotton polyester.
Okay. It's still pretty cool. That's a nice color sweatshirt really nice. Design. It looks nice.
Marigold heather.
Yeah, and you have 50% off.
You know something? Okay, of course we have the menu here, but like if I wanted to go back. Is this what this one does? Oh, that's so dope. If we wanted to go like back a page, right? So you just hit the back arrow here. That's what that one is. But I love this hoodie.
Yeah,
this is nice. Really good.
It's a nice color.
But this is it. This is the widget play in window feature.
Yeah, and you can do that on any website.
Any
website you can do that and interact within Ecamm. And so Victor, 50% off. You better get it in. Get it in, my brother, because that's some good coffee, as you already know. Okay, so we have a question from Equip Institute.
What was the keyboard shortcut to make that screen full? Oh, like to go into live demo mode. So for live demo mode,
make the screen full screen. To make that full screen.
Was it when we went to live demo mode like this, or if we
to make the website full screen, maybe because it was small, and then bam, you went full screen, and bam.
Just clarify for us, because if over here on let me see on here, there wasn't really a keyboard. We just scroll to zoom. So if it's unlocked, right? Hold on, let me just untoggle this. Right, so just scroll to zoom. Is that what you're referring to? So that was that. But let us know, and we'll be happy to help.
Yeah, so we covered a lot of great things. I'm going to
But the one where when you shared the URL in the widget, yeah. Not live demo mode, but the one where you shared the URL in the widget. Yeah, so that was basically it. So let's go back here and right. So once we create the widget, it wasn't full screen because it was kind of like this size, but it just scroll to zoom, or you can can drag it by its ears. like I used to get pulled by my ears by my mom back in the day when I got in trouble.
Oh, sure.
Right. And then you just scroll to full screen. But also too, like when you want to do the play in window feature, make sure you have everything locked in place first, and then you can turn on the toggle so you can interact with it this way. And once you do that, you can't resize the window anymore because now you're actually controlling the web page. So if you want to resize it, you got to uncheck this, and then you could have access to that again. Hope that helps.
Very cool. Here goes. We have
Awesome.
Yes.
David says, I find it easier to place a search engine as the default web page scene. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That those yeah,
There's so much you can do with
oh,
this new feature now.
yeah.
So that's going to be pretty awesome. Yes, and get the new beta at ecam.com/beta. And you can also join the beta Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/ecam live beta.
Yeah, because they're the
Florence.
users are testing, and you can like if there any a new update in the beta or new you will see it there. You get all the information about beta in there in their group. That is not on the regular Ecamm group, right? Because it's everything about everything else related to Ecamm. But the Facebook Ecamm Live Beta is everything related to beta. So that's where everything will go in there.
Yeah. So the person being interviewed cannot control like what we're showing you right now. They have their feature in interview mode where you can have them screen share. And then from the screen share, they can control any web page or any application they want, right? Just like how you have it in Zoom, where you are a guest in Zoom, and then the facilitator grants you either a co-host features or screen share features, and then from there you can share whatever you like. So Ecamm has that in the interview window. I think that was it for the questions.
Yes, you guys. So I am going to continue Black Friday shopping. And things have changed so much because I went Black Friday shopping one time, and you actually shared how you used to go Black Friday shopping, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like I just went once, and I didn't find it that enjoyable. It was too much going on, and I was like, you know what? But so then when things changed and online shopping became almost the norm, and things were made easier for the end user to shop, I was like, okay, this is my jam right now. But do you want to share what you used to do?
So the Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, my family, with my sister, my cousins, my brother, we would go to the mall, but it wasn't as busy. So after Thanksgiving, we'll go to the movies, right? So whatever movie was playing, we'll go to the movies, and then by then it was like after midnight, so we would hit up the mall and probably go to Macy's. But it wasn't crazy because, there's some places like Best Buy where there were lines like wrapped around the building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't touch Best Buy. We went to like the Macy's and stuff inside the mall. It was pretty okay. It wasn't like crazy foot traffic, but it was so cool because it's after midnight and there's all these people go in the mall. It's like a party going on. Huh?
How old were you?
Oh, this was like a few 20 years ago.
20 years. Okay.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
yeah, 20 years ago.
Okay.
I only did it like once or twice. Yeah.
But
it
that
was
sounds
cool.
fun though. And we're trying to do it. We're like, let's yesterday, you guys, we were like, let's be adventurous and go watch the movie.
That didn't happen. That did not
because
happen.
it's like, what do we want to get? I don't want to get any clothes. I don't want to get I want to get nothing. It was just like the experience of going to the movies and then checking out people trying to shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't worth it. We just fell asleep. We just passed out.
This was gonna be for a 10:30 p.m. showing.
We're gonna
And
watch
it was like 9 o'clock and already tired. So
I mean, like after all the food, it was a good thought.
Yeah,
The thought was fun enough that it's almost like we went.
we went in our minds. Yes.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna check out more things for my
Yes, and
my list.
the Ecamm betas are very, very stable.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about the Intel. So I am on the Intel. This is not M anything. This is a M0.
Mm-hmm.
And beta is running very smoothly right now. We also used it on this same MacBook on Ian and on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No issues.
Yeah,
No issues.
I do feel like with softwares and the beta and the beta or regular software where things might be a little tricky is because certain apps have not been tested yet because it's just been out, right? So say you have an app where that app updated their software in, but then the beta version has not talked to that software yet because it's not at that point yet. That's where things might happen, right? On any app, and because that has happened to me where I updated something, but then the other software wasn't updated. This was not Ecamm. This was another software. I had a hard time with it. They just didn't work because they were not connected yet. So that was the only thing that for me, I'm like, okay, I'll just wait until all the apps that I use have been already tested with the software, and I start testing it myself. So I start testing all of them with the software, and if all of those apps work for me, then I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. But if one app is giving me trouble, I wait and I wait and I wait, and
Right.
especially if there's another option.
Right. And then for those of you not familiar, as Paul mentioned, the beta is a separate installation of Ecamm. So you have the ability to switch between beta and public version. So as Anna was just mentioning that, I took a screenshot of the doc to show you. I'm just going to drag and drop this here. Right. So as you can see, we're on the beta and there's Ecamm Live native right next to it. Right. So you can basically switch between any of them at any time. Right. Can't run both at the same time, but you can, get off the beta and hop on the native at any time you want, and vice versa.
That is great, and just like Paul mentioned, it requires the M1
For
So-
certain
for certain
some new
features, yeah.
features, yeah.
for certain features,
Right.
But just like we talked about, if you have just still for guests, still all of those great things. I don't even know, is the widget going to require the M1? I don't know that yet.
No,
Right?
no, because
So-
we just,
like that's
right.
doy,
This
okay.
is an
Yeah.
M0.
Then-
It works on the M0 just fine.
Don't even say M.
It's,
So yeah,
there's
so
a-
everything that we're doing right now will be supported with yours.
Right. There is let me just go into preferences here, right? So it will tell you exactly when. So in addition to the 10 guest situation or going beyond 4 guests here, right? So when you doing your video ISO, this is where record isolated video tracks requires an Apple Silicon Mac. So as you can see, mine is blanked out, right? Even if I uncheck record or broadcast, I'm not gonna have the options to mess around with here. But what I'm not gonna do it now because we're live, so I don't want to mess with it. But I do have the option to check off record isolated audio tracks because that's always been a feature, whether you have an M1 or not. So I have that feature there. But here to play around with record isolated video tracks, nah, not happening on the M0s.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, let's put the Equip Institute comment right up.
Florence.
Florence? Okay, thank you, Florence. All right. Yeah, so for apps, I would say take time to catch up with OS upgrades. 30 plus years in IT world, in the Ecamm beta is the best I've ever seen or used. Like, yes. Yeah, so you should join, if you have not joined yet, the Ecamm beta group, because we would love to have you there. We'd love to have you there for testing and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have anything else?
No, Paul is making fun of me.
Did you think M0? Yeah, so I'm gonna my computer's gonna be souped up. I'm getting a chair also. I'm getting a nice chair because I was sitting. Yeah, now we're standing a little bit more, but yeah, sitting down was creating some issues. Yeah. Your back hasn't been hurting that much.
I've been standing up and I don't have a this is a art desk. Another time we'll show it to you where it's on like this, it's a glass desktop with these wooden stands, and they're like these pegs that you got to remove, and you got to elevate everything and put the pegs in place. So this is not going anywhere. So I have no choice but to stand. If I want to sit down, I need to have like a tall chair or remove everything off my desk, remove the glass top, remove the pegs, lower it, and then put everything back. I'm not doing all that. So I'll just rather stand up.
Yeah, I asked you if you wanted me to get you a standing desk for Christmas.
Yeah, it's not necessary right now because I'm fine with this, so that's not a priority budget, right? So
Is the M1 is a priority budget?
pretty sooner than later, that will be more priority than me having a desk that can
Elevate.
elevate, right? So if I it's like, oh my gosh, I really want to sit down, I'm gonna do what I need to do to take all this stuff off my desk and then lower this and sit my behind down. But I'm fine. You just get used to it too. I'm used to it now, so
Yeah, lift
yeah.
disc. There's like I have one. I love it. It gives me an arm workout because I have the one that cranks up.
You have
So
the
I'm like,
the
I have
husky.
the husky, and I
Yeah.
was like crunk. And I'm like,
Yeah. And also what I like about this one too. So notice like the husky, the depth is just like a little
yeah,
narrow.
yeah,
This one here, we'll show it to you another time. Like there's some depth to this desk, right?
Yeah.
Because for example, we have the keyboard right here and the MacBook that we're using to monitor comments in our program window can't even reach it, right? It's like,
Yeah.
what would this be? Like 3 feet? I would say like 3 feet, probably
3 feet.
or 2.5,
That way, 3 feet.
or 2.5. I would say 2.5. It could be almost
No, it could
three.
be 3
It
feet.
could be
Yeah,
three,
yeah.
right? It could be three. Yeah,
That way, yeah.
that way, yeah.
That way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have nice space. Like mine is
It's
narrow, but at the
it's
same
narrow.
time, I'm okay with it because if it was wider, you're very organized and things like that. And like for me, I have so many things. I just want to see my desk plain. I don't want to see anything on it. Fuljens leaves a pencil there, and I'm like, can you move that pencil? Like I just need to have everything clean so that my mind can kind of be just like, yes. And sometimes the other desk, because it's like that, makes it look like it's crowded when I have a monitor out in the microphones and all of that stuff. But yeah, but this one is pretty
Yeah.
good.
And I have speaking of microphone, I'll talk about that in a few. But Anthony says it's beta tester's job to professionally play with the new apps, and why since 2016 I've had Ecamm Live Pro has been free for me. So much fun. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
The OG Ecamm.
OG
user.
Ecam is like since 2016 the changes, right, Anthony? The changes and improvements that has happened ever
Paul
since.
is sharing his desk. And I wanna, if I could pull up my desk, I could, but like it's an old school IKEA. This is from
That is
quite back. But let me
nice, Paul.
let's show Paul's desk here.
Paul, do you have a
Nice.
chair? How does the tray work with your chair? Does your chair have like the arm rests? Because the chair that I'm looking at, I'm thinking about, I'm not sure because my Husky has the drawers. So I don't know if the desk.
Oh, like if the arms are gonna like
Right.
clash with your yeah. Oh, this is
That is
cool.
nice.
And the very budget friendly. That's nice. 48 by 24. Really nice.
That is nice. And desks, especially since we're sitting down all the time, they are very, very important investments to
Let me
make.
see if I could find
Oh, you bought this in IKEA?
Alvin. Yeah, it's a IKEA. I don't even know because IKEA
say
has
IKEA?
IKEA. They have some like weird names and ways to like I don't even know if I'm gonna find it. IKEA art.
Well, how
desk.
long ago did you purchase it?
This was a while back.
So
I would
probably
say probably like 2016, something like that. If they still have it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, David.
Okay. I think. So I click on the link and of course it disappears, right? So it's something like this. Let's go back.
An IKEA electric?
It's this, right? So this is the base that I have, and
But it looks skinny though.
no, yeah, I mean not the desktop, but the base because
Oh,
I had
okay, okay.
I had to purchase the glass top separately,
Oh, I
right?
see.
So it doesn't come with that. So this is like the standard version, but this is what I have. This is the base. You have to remove the pegs and elevate, right? So I have it on the last peg because I had it as tall as possible,
Remove and peg.
and then the glass top. But the glass, I'm pretty sure they might still make the glass top, but oh, hold on, here we go. Is this it? Nope. Yep, this is still just basic stuff. But I have the glass version. But this is my base here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So David was asking if you can set a scene as a transition like a singer. You can. add transitions to a scene, like a stinger transition. Yes, you just have to make sure if you want it to be alpha, meaning transparent in your video, just make sure that you download it being transparent so that you can see. Other than that, if it's a movie and it works, right, for you can bring it into the scene, and once you come into that scene, because it's going to be in your overlays panel,
Right.
and once you come into that scene, it will transition.
Right.
And it looks so good too.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
So
triggers,
definitely
and then make sure you set it to hide when done.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Or
Or,
whatever
do
you-
nothing.
or
Or,
you-
do nothing, meaning it's a movie, so you will have options, loop, do nothing, hide forever,
Right.
or things like that. So you do nothing. You
Right.
select do nothing.
Right. But what
Do
I think
you have a transition?
I believe no, I don't have a transition. But what I believe the hide is doing is it's the eyeball, right? So the overlay will still be on your screen. So for example, here, so David's comment is still on the screen, and so if you hide it, it's gonna slash the eyeball and just hide it, right? Because like if you still have it there, if and you want to interact with your scene, the
Then it's on
overlay
top
it
of
might
it.
still be in the way. So I usually do hide this way. I don't have any problems with that. Yeah.
You don't have any confusions?
No confusions. Paul has an arrow chair. Paul's chair has arms. It just lowers the chair and it fits underneath the desk.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is great. All right. So we have.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then that is
I'm gonna
something I
look
added.
into it.
Okay.
And P has an IKEA electric and loves it. See? And that's the thing. Like a lot of people look for tables, and I had a hard time finding tables, and I was looking everywhere. So it would be cool to just have all of these tables ideas for people.
Yeah.
So we have the IKEA electric. We have Paul's. We have yours. We have mine. That is a great selection.
Yeah. Different varieties.
Yeah, and chairs. Can
you set this as can you set this as a default? What are you referring to, David?
the transition? Yeah, they are. They are, Anthony. Anthony's saying that I didn't see typos there, Anthony. Maybe it was something all up. So you are all good. Way to go with reading it right. Okay, because of your typo, you see, we didn't see it. We just read it. The brain is something really
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not an Ecamm employee, but my relationship with Ecamm has been incredible. I have never in my years of life worked with a company that cares for their customer like
telling you.
they do.
It's 100. It's 100%. All of the above. All of the above. The company is incredible. It will stick by you as you know. Yes, for everything that you want to do, all for its customers, for everything. Always doing something to help the community. Always,
Absolutely.
always.
Absolutely. The scene as a transition. Once you set it, you forget it. That's
Right.
it. Done.
It's just like adding an animation, a sound to it.
Right.
Every time you come back, there it is. Every time you come back, there it is.
Yeah.
I
Hold on.
downloaded some really
You
great
know,
transitions.
We have the
But
let's say the confetti was a stinger, right?
Okay.
I
mean, if we can use it.
Hold on. No, see, it's it's
uh-huh.
more organized now.
Oh, who did that?
I didn't want to hear anything,
Okay.
but Ecamm graphics. Let's go here. No, it's not here. I organized it, but I don't know where it is.
So just search for
Thanksgiving.
confetti.
Hold on. If it's named confetti, videos.
There it
Okay.
is. Oh, look
Let's
at
just make
that.
sure
Oh,
that-
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Let's just make sure it's the correct one before we drop it in there. Okay, this one, right? So, all right. So, boom. Right. So we dragged and dropped this in here, David. This is the confetti, right? And then if we go to here and we come back here, every time we come here, it's set, right? So it's set to just automatically play. When
Yeah, a transition won't take that long. I mean,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, this is confetti. It's taking time to like blow with the wind and all that good stuff. But then you have these options here. Once it's done, as Anna mentioned, do nothing, hide temporarily, hide, stay hidden. So if it's do nothing, if you look over here, if you look over here, right, do nothing, it's still there, right? So if you need to interact with your scene, so if I need to like move your comment around or whatever, I can't do that because
Try moving it.
it's still in the way. No, now see, I'm moving the
Right. So I'm saying
I'm
so you
moving.
can show them like try.
So I'm moving the overlay itself. So I would have to, once it's done, and especially with like a stinger, because the stinger is like, I believe it's gonna take place over the entire screen. So hide, stay hidden. So or hide temporary. Let's try hide, stay hidden first. Let's go back here and let's do that. Let's see what hide, stay hidden does. And then, boom, right? So now check this out, right? So it hid it for you automatically. So if we come back, because this is set to, right? It's set to hide, stay hidden, right? So if you go back to here, and then we come back to here, it stays hidden. So we don't want that. Or you might want that. You want it once, that's what you do. But temporarily, hide temporarily. So let's just reset the room. Let's come back in here. Boom. Hide temporarily.
So hide temporarily, then you can interact with the screen.
Right. So it's gonna hide it for as long as you're on the scene. No, actually it did not do that. It's still there. Hide temporarily. It didn't hide it. Interesting.
Hide and stay hidden.
Hide and stay hidden will be the best way to go. But if you
Or
come
just
back
don't
to
do
this,
anything, right? Do nothing.
or do it manually. Or do it manually. That's the thing that'll be the best thing to do, because if you want the stinger to be there every time, right? So do nothing will be the best thing, because once the stinger transition is done and you want to interact with your scene, do it manually. So here, because if we do this and come back,
But the thing is, to think about though, actually, David with his thought-provoking questions.
Yeah.
The thing is about is that you will now put a transition into a scene where you're going to be interacting with it, because then it's going to be on top, and if it's hidden, like you want to have a show that's clean for you, right? So if this is like this, have the scene there, and just that you're not going to bring comments there or anything like that. It's just going to be a standalone screen.
Anything that's underneath the stinger, you're not going to interact with it, you're good. But anything on, if you want to interact with anything on top of it, you might run into those little things. But that's.
Or let's see some. No, I was going to say, if we put it under, it's going to be hidden. It's not going to show up.
No,
or could we? Let's try it. Let's drag it all the way.
No, it should be fine, right? Because let's say David's comment was a lower third, right?
Yeah.
So let's say this is our lower third here, and then now we're interacting, so the stinger comes in, but then the stinger is going to appear underneath the lower third. You would have to
touch this. I'm gonna touch this. So yeah, so just drag the transition below the comments or below the thing that you might be interacting with. But if it's a background, or like if you move it onto the background, then it's not gonna show up.
But then again, now too, if you do it that way, so if you have, let's say you come into a scene with a stinger, you wait for the stinger to finish doing its thing, and then you bring in your lower third afterwards, because it's playing underneath the graphic, right? So there's different ways you can do it.
Yeah, but I've been dragging it down to where the scene that you're not going to be using, I think that will work. Because then that way you don't have to worry about hiding and hiding and all of that. That's why I usually do nothing.
Do nothing. Yes.
Usually do that.
Awesome, David. Glad that helps.
Now we're going to go and check it out, David. Like, what's your YouTube channel or whatever it is? We're going to see your transition and be like, oh, did he get it? Honestly, this is what we do. Like, we creep on you guys. Oh, like all of you, when you have like, oh, there's a show going on, stuff like that. We're like, oh, let's see. And then we're behind the scenes cheering for you. A lot of us are.
You don't have to clean up the confetti. Exactly.
Aw.
Yes.
Yes.
Kudos to
Paul. Paul.
Yes.
That is awesome. You guys, so what are you going to do today? Like, what are you going to do today? We're over here. It's already 11:30. We're just chilling it.
Right. And how did you enjoy your non-microphone experience today?
I love it. I mean, I hear my voice like dissipating when I come over here, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm 100. It's nice. Just like, because every time I was like, okay, I have something, usually you will be like, I want your voice to be deeper. And I'll be like, you know, so long as you guys can hear me, I really
I don't
don't
think.
mind.
I think it's good, especially for you. We have a shotgun right there, right over by her,
Right over here.
and it sounds really really good. It picks up your voice very well, especially in this room. So this room is a lot smaller than on a studio. There's carpeting in here. Like there's literally nowhere for sound to
There's no
like
glass.
bounce around walls and all these things like that, except for this glass here, right?
Yeah, but that's done.
That microphone is like way very distant from the glass, so it sounds really good in here. But we've tried that in on a studio. It's just it's not really treated like that, and it's very hollow. It doesn't sound as good, right? The moment we turn that thing on, because it's a condenser, oh my gosh, just want to turn it. You just want to turn it back off.
Yeah, but this one, like, yeah, I definitely, I'm good. I don't have to worry about, because I love the lapel mic that I have from Shure. Is awesome. The sound is incredible. The only thing for me is like I have to select the outfit I wear so that it's easier to put on and all of that stuff. So that's the only thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear this thing. I know that I will need to use the shotgun mic, or if I use this one, I can use a lapel and sound a little bit more like
Yeah.
closer. But yeah, that's the only thing.
No,
But
but
this is cool.
this works. This works really good. Let's see here. Anna, you were getting ready to say that you downloaded some transitions. Where did you download them from? I think you were talking about Envato.
Yes, I was talking about Envato. I downloaded some transitions that look really, really good. I just have them on my account. But if you download the transitions, just make sure, if you want them to be transparent, that it is on the alpha channel, and they will say it there, and then you will have it transparent.
So this is Envato Elements in elements.envato.com.
And they have a great cyber sale, you guys.
Oh, and then I was gonna say this is where I downloaded this confetti, right? So you have alpha channel confetti. There's a lot of other versions there too, but this one is pretty cool. So that came from Envato Elements. Victor says, I'm going to play on my computer, eat and watch cartoons and anime all day today, just like yesterday.
Hey. Yeah.
I'm going to buy some camera lenses. Nice.
Which ones? Which ones are you going to? Buy, AG. Oh my gosh. Where is the mentor guide again?
You know what? Hold on a second. I can pull that up for you guys. Ecamm Live community.
Go to the guide right there. Yeah. Guides or...
I don't think it's in the guides. I think it was on the more.
Yeah, because we're moving. Paul, do you know where
Some
they
stuff
moved
got
it to?
moved around.
Yeah. Paul, I think it might be under guides. I think it's under guides. You just have to scroll. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so we did some searching around, but
So where is it though? Under where? Because that's yours.
yeah.
I think it's under guides. So if you go back, because I don't think they will move it. So go to guides, and then just scroll down.
Scrolling.
Yeah, keep it scrolling.
Scrolling.
Keep scrolling. All the way to the bottom to see where it's at. Okay.
No. Don't see it.
What if did you search the community?
Yeah, but it's gonna take me to my admin mentorship
Oh, because
thing.
you're signed in?
Yeah. So there was a link there, but it didn't help.
Oh my gosh, Peter, we're gonna owe you that. We will owe you that.
Yeah. We'll find it.
And we will add it to the comment section.
Yeah. We'll add it to the comment section.
What about people?
Let's see.
People.
Members.
No.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's an admin thing, yeah.
I think Peter went to Facebook and he was actually looking by himself,
Yeah.
and then he didn't find it. He's like, you know what? Let
Yeah.
me ask him.
Yeah, a lot more has been added to the community.
What about what about featured?
featured? No, those are featured. Those are pin posts.
What about the 3 dots? Three dots right here.
Paul, I think Paul found it.
Oh, okay. But
Wait,
where are they?
here is the wait. Is
No,
that
it's
what
the
it is?
The BF.
Hold on.
The Black Friday. No,
Oh,
that's the
that's
Black
the Black
Friday.
Friday list.
That's the
Okay.
Black Friday.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, we have to do some digging around to find it.
Paul wants a new Mac Studio. He's beginning to think he has added me to the blacklist. Santa has. Now keep asking Santa. He over there helping you out. Keep asking him. Listen, where in the world did it go? Now I'm like, okay, we're gonna owe it to you guys. We're gonna put it in our.
Right, because I don't want to share. Hold on a second. So if we search in the Ecamm Live community and then we search for mentorship. And Peter, you might have to just do that for the sake of time. Just do a search in the Ecamm Live community and search for mentorship. And there will be a post from.
How about if you click on sign up for Ecamm Live mentorship?
I did, but remember it took us to the back end for admin, but it will work for you as a member. So go into the Ecamm Live community, search for mentorship, and you will see a post there from India Delgado, right? And then at the bottom here, sign up for Ecamm Live community membership. So that's where you'll be able to access the Ecamm Live mentors from there. So
There
that's
should be another one though.
so right now, as of right now,
Yeah.
you can use that, and that link there still works, and you'll have access to the current members.
What about
who
if you
are
just log
mentors.
out?
I ain't doing it. Listen,
I just want to figure this out right now.
that's the link right there. What's up, Todd? Good to see you here.
Hello, Todd. Okay, so AG is going to pick up a couple of Z mount lenses for my new Nikon Z camera. Listen, good for you. Yes.
Team
like
Nikon.
which one though? Which one? Are you getting I mean, depending on your setup, but what are you getting? 50, 2470, whatever, 35. What are you getting? Okay.
Awesome. So
Paul found
Paul
it.
found it. Yeah.
Okay, so Paul found the India one.
Yep.
Oh, is
Awesome.
it taking you to it?
It is, but you know, what I see, what we see here on our end, they're not going to see all this information. They're not going to see the insights. They're just going to see, you'll have access to the mentor. So let's go here. Boom. All right. So here's where you search for your mentors, and you can start a conversation with any of these lovely mentors today.
Wait, so go back to mine. Where are you in the background?
I don't know. I don't know what you did.
What is that? Oh, because that's my cover. So that's your shirt with the food.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
It's pulling up your Facebook stuff.
Okay, okay, so
Right.
I'm gonna have to change it now. It's just showing your chest. Oh my gosh.
Yes, but this is where you'll find all the mentors. Yes.
And if you want to be a mentor yourself, you can go in there and you can apply to be a mentor.
Absolutely. And then Paul found another link. Let's see if that's the same one. We're gonna click on that. Yeah. So now the one where Paul says use this, that's gonna take you directly to where we just showed you. Yes.
That's it. Thank you, Paul. Yes. Thank you, Paul. And you won't see all of this situation here because...
Yeah, we're not showing that because that's like insights and stuff like that. Awesome.
Yeah. Nice things to do today. You all nice things. Yeah, I think we cover everything. So if I would say something for you to look and try would be that mentor. So Peter, good for you for looking into that. It's just finding yourself a mentor depending on where you are right now and where you want to go. And just have that ready when you seek your mentor because they will ask you questions. They will ask you those questions. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? What have you done? What kind of equipment you have? If it's gonna be live streaming, which it will be, or video recording and things like that. There are different things, different workflow in a way that you will need to know if you are pre-recording content or if you're going live. There are gonna be different things, and those things your coach will go over them with you depending on where you are at, where you want to go, future plans and things like that.
Yeah.
So I will say just really think about that before you, if you're serious about, say, going to the next level in your business and making it a business, or increasing your reach, things like that. Do you have a
Right.
coach in mind?
And I believe most of us here who are mentors on the page, like we cover, like, what our expertise is in and stuff like that. So just definitely take a look at the bios, and it'll let you know what everybody is good at, or what they're offering you
Right.
in terms of Ecamm Live mentorship. And sometimes too, it goes beyond Ecamm Live stuff too. So definitely
Yeah.
take a look at that
And
list.
check out their work, check out their profile, check out what they do,
Yep.
check out all of that, see if they're the whole thing, because the way their stuff is and the way our stuff is pretty close to what is going to be for you, because it's the same creator doing that.
Yep. And then, if you don't get a response right away, there's plenty of mentors to scroll through in there. Yep.
Yep. Awesome, everyone. Yes. So we're going to be live on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Ecamm Network News. And we're going to be showing you the winner, which Todd was here, Todd Christmas Clutter, who designed our Vlogmas logo, I want to say, right? Logo graphics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to show you that. It's great, right? We're going to also show you a couple of things if you're, continuing in your path and getting your things ready, about if you're going to do the podcast, and if you're going to do video podcasting and things like that. YouTube just put out a great list for podcaster. But even before that, there is a leap into podcasting from Ecamm Live that happened this year, where we covered everything from A to Z, everything that you need to do to start your podcast. And it is on sale because it is 50% off from the store, merch store, and it is in the merch store. So if you are thinking about implementing something like, in podcasting, or even increasing your podcasting views and reach, that is what you should. It is an incredible. It was 2 days full of everything great that you need to know about podcasting.
Yes.
So if you're thinking about it was podcasting, video podcasting, platforms, workflow, graphics for your promotional assets,
Co-hosting,
everything. Cover everything.
and that planner also includes the 2020, the 2021. Actually, 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
2020 and 2021 leap into live streaming sessions. Leap into live streaming bootcamp.
Yeah. They were great speakers, everyone. Like it was a great show. It was a great 2-day workshop.
Yep.
But just remember, you get it, commit yourself, block some time for yourself, be like, husband, kids, just, if you have to wake up early, you wake up early. I'm almost done completing a course that I invested in, and I have to wake up early to do it. Sometimes, Fuljens and I are working in the same space, but I'm getting my course and he's doing something else. It's just, but know that you purchase the course and you're not automatically going to know everything if you don't click play, right? So you got to click play and go through the modules. You don't have to go over them one by one, because the topics are there for you, if you, depending on where you are. But I would say there was, I forgot her name. What was Spree? There was a speaker who in 40 minutes gave an overview of everything that's included in the workshop. Everything. She covered all of that. It was pretty fast because it was 40 minutes. It was pretty fast where she covered. However, you can then go to all of the other ones, right? Because what she talked about was everything that she does and all that stuff. But it was so good. It was incredible. And then you just glued it. You cannot do anything else but stay glued because she's so engaging and so great. And she's delivering the content. And then you go and check out the other modules that are there, the other speakers, if you want a more detailed information about something specific that she mentioned there. But it's really good. And then you also can slow down the speed.
Right. That's always good to have.
Yeah. You can also slow down the speed because, sometimes like you can slow down the speed on me. If I was giving a presentation, which I do all the time, I've been getting better at it, speaking slower. But yeah, but sometimes you're really excited when you need to deliver some information. It's like,
it's your mic setup. The mic setup determines the level of energy. So microphone in front of you like this, level 1. Lapel, level 2. Shotgun, level 3. It's like you go all out.
Like, I don't think I'm too crazy today.
Different energy levels. You're level 3. You're level 3. You got the level 3 set up right now.
So we're like, okay, Fuljens, set me up with level 3.
You got the level 3.
If I'm really excited, I have to be set up with level 1.
You could stay level 3. There's nothing wrong with being at level 3. Yeah, congratulations again, Todd.
Yes, Anthony, invest in yourself. You have to. That's the only way that we get forward. We invest in our education so that we can then, accomplish what we want to accomplish. That's exactly right. And AG, okay.
2875 f2.8, 1728 f2.8.
Boy, listen. Yes, okay.
Which ones you
I have the 2470, the 50, the 35, 85. How can I forget my 85? And that's it.
Nice.
Basically, yeah, those are the ones that I need for my application. Yeah. So who's the speaker that someone else it's called Spree. Her name is Spree.
Yeah, I'm on Leap Into Podcast. I don't see her name appearing here.
The picture of you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, your picture. Spree.
I don't see her name.
She should be there. Oh.
Yeah.
So the last name is Spree. So how about look it up? I became friends with her right then and there and linked.
Esprit, right? Was it Esprit?
SPREE. No, I don't think it was an E. I think it was without an E. Yeah. Her. Oh, okay, Joe, you're right. It was with a. Yes, her. Oh my gosh, she was incredible. Her. Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Esprit Devora.
Esprit Devora.
Boom. Yeah, Esprit was awesome.
Yeah, she was great.
We following.
She about to get some followers today on Black Friday. She'd be like, she would know where they came from. But yeah, Peter, that was she just make sure to just have your pen and paper and like stay because she delivered. I mean, it was like fast. So like slow it down but it was gold, 100%. Yeah. I invested a lot in my education. Now it is time to share. Yes, Dr. Ramar, always learning something. Yes, always. Like sometimes I read so much that my brain is like, listen, you have to stop reading right now. And it's time to kind of like be quiet and then implement. Because sometimes, you get too much information. Then you have to take a break to implement and then go back and read. Or read something that's not so intense.
You're welcome, Peter.
Yes.
Requested to join the Ecan Beta group. I'm not really a Facebook user, but I want to. Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Listen, you are
Welcome.
going to love it. You're going to love it because that's where like everything is tested. And especially you being from the IT and being a woman in IT. Listen, yes. Yes. Okay, so are we staying longer or what, Mr. Fuljens Henry?
When I don't say anything, it's like when you stay long, I'm like, hey, I don't want to stay. I'll stay until you say it's time to wrap it up. I'm like, okay.
It's time to wrap it up, everybody.
Especially
it is good.
on a Friday after Thanksgiving.
Right?
Today was a nice.
You're not hungry?
I'll get hungry a little bit later. But I wasn't thinking about food. I mean, we talk about food, but we don't get hungry while streaming.
We don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're talking about food, my stomach is like, hello?
Right. So
Is
with
your
that
stomach
said, and then Mr. Moderator just approved Florence into the group. Welcome
Florence,
to the
you're
Ecam Live
in.
Beta Facebook community.
Yes, you're gonna love it. So download, yes, everything, feature requests, test it out, all of this, the great things.
Nice.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. So everybody, with that, we are going to say until Monday on Ecam Network News. You can come. We will update you on what's happening in the world of Ecam Live, world of live streaming. There are tons of stuff happening in the world of live streaming as it relates to things to all of us, live streamers. And also we give some prizes. We have a new prize to give away. It's an incredible IK Media setup for
Audio interface.
Yeah. So
Use it on the go. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
we're gonna raffle that. So make sure you're there, and we're gonna have fun going over all that. We're gonna show Todd's Vlogmas design, and we're gonna talk a little more about Vlogmas. If you don't know what Vlogmas is, go on Monday and find out. It's a great way to meet like everyone in the community that participates. It's a great little niche in terms of like everybody in a group doing things together. So that is one of the best things for me about Vlogmas, because everybody's working together and you get to work on your specific thing, but together in a group. So that is great.
Team
so we're gonna
building.
talk more. Yeah. I go on my finger. Okay, I'll do that for you, Dr. Mark. Okay, thank you so much for being here.
Dynamite.
I know, time flies. We're over here,
It
like,
does.
yeah. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us. My name is Anna Hill.
And I'm Fuljens
And
Henry.
you're watching Building Blocks.
Peace.
Bye.
Make sure we have
Happy
the right song and
Black
closing.
Friday.
Something upbeat for you so your fingers
My
snapping.
finger's snapping.
Cool.
I'm an